So that's a great question. So if we're having trouble meditating, a lot of energy, so I think movement is wonderful. Walking meditation is wonderful. We'll do that in a couple minutes here. And so just to get the body moving. And just literally, one of the ways the human nervous system is wired is when we move, we tend to spontaneously release things. And so in this little town here, there's there's so many athletes and so many people just running up and down mountains and, riding bikes and this and that. And sometimes what they'll find is just, they feel really anxious. They hop on their bicycle, and then when they're done riding, they don't feel anxious anymore. And it can be very therapeutic to move. It's just, and our body literally releases through movement. That's why the world of yoga is so popular, because people don't even realize what happens. They go into yoga class feeling one way, and they leave feeling another. And so anytime, during this retreat, if you want to get up and move around in the back or roll around on the floor, just do what you need to do. It's totally welcome. So that's one thing. And the true teaching of yoga is to have a inner flexibility inside. And so when we have an inner flexibility, energies can move and empty out of us. But say if we're trying to meditate, and a lot of Zen guys make this mistake, but people from all traditions make this mistake. We're just too serious, too tight, too controlled. And we have a thought the meditation should be, somehow different. And can we sit here and just notice, oh my God, there is a tremendous amount of energy moving through my body. Whether it's anxiety, whether it's panic, whether it's fear. Fun one is like crazy thoughts, whether they're just like crazy, intense lustful thoughts, demonic thoughts, angelic thoughts, there's something attacking me from another, plane of existence. When you sit down and you open, things come forward. And it's good that these things come forward. It's good. And so we must remember that it's good that I'm experiencing panic right now.
It doesn't feel good.
Well,
it's hard to remember that it's good.
Well, it's hard to remember that it's good. And so, meditation is an inner attitude. An inner attitude. When something comes forward, the attitude is yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, I see you. Yes, I love you. I love you. Like that's a silly thing to say to fear, like from an egoic perspective. But when we're having panic, we say, I love you. It starts to shift. It starts to move. It starts to know that it's okay to move. It's okay to empty. It's okay to roll on out of. But when you have a sense like I'm meditating, there should be no thoughts, no feelings, no nothing. We've just set up a fundamental argument with God. I shouldn't exist. I shouldn't be a human being. I should not have a human body. I should not have a past. I should not have emotions. I should not have. And so it's like coming into the world, which most of us do, and say, I should not be here. I should not be here. And like if you want to create tremendous suffering for yourself, just stay with that one thought. I should not be here. I fought with God. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Why aren't I in heaven right now? Why am I on planet Earth? Why does it hurt so bad to be in this body? And I could yell at God for 20 years, but it's like, God's like, I gave you the body. I gave you this beautiful world. Can you open your heart and experience it? I want you to be courageous, Craig. I want you to be courageous enough to feel and see that it doesn't kill you. It doesn't kill you. And when you really begin to open to that, I know that sounds crazy. You feel and you see it doesn't kill you. And then you just take another step and open more. When you feel and open to it, it begins to liberate you. But if you feel and say, this is killing me, you go from having an inner flexibility to having no flexibility to being rigid. And then that's, really when suffering starts to settle in. And so this sense of, can I be completely and totally flexible? Because that's what non-dual awareness is. It's flexible. It's all inclusive. The self, no self, we don't need to get silly with philosophy, but what is it that I am? I mean, it's beyond flexibility. It's absolutely inclusive. So if we sit down to meditate and say, I shouldn't have thoughts, and it's just like boom. But if we sit down and you notice thoughts and you notice, oh, there's so much spaciousness, I can have crazy thoughts, demonic thoughts, lustful thoughts, whatever, fearful thoughts. Like, how much space is there? How much space is this presence of I am that seemingly endless fear can unravel into it? Like, isn't that amazing? There's so much space here that a seemingly infinite amount of fear can be screaming within me. That's a lot of space. That is a tremendous amount of space, but unfortunately, most of us, we pay attention to the contents of the space instead of the space. And so, like last night, you didn't sleep, and so, I've spent many nights not sleeping. And so I lay there and feel this overwhelming energy. But if I argue, then I suffer. If I don't argue, it's just like, some guy, some dude in a bed who's having tremendous energy. I said, look at, what is this energy? How big is it? How expansive is my consciousness that this energy can just flow through me? But if I say, I should be asleep now because tomorrow at this time I have to be somewhere, then I suffer. And whether I sleep or not, I mean, it's like, it's night, I'd like to be sleeping, but it's just, if sleep's not happening, I'm only going to argue with it so much. I might toss and turn a couple times, but then I'm like, oh, what the hell, I'll just lay here and feel. And feel. And, like, can you hear the motorcycle? Like, how big is your consciousness to be able to feel it? Like, he's probably a mile away. And we can feel his presence here. Like, that's incredible. But if we're rigid, saying, God damn it, these Harley riders, their motorcycles are too loud. Who do they think they are? Then it's like, come on. We're just going to suffer. And so, meditation, it's a game of relax, 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 relax. Like the sky. It includes everything. Imagine if the sky argued with the wind, the clouds, the rain, the moon. It would really suck to be the sky if she did that. And if you notice, there is something here that's not arguing ever. There's something here that's not afraid. And so meditation is stepping into that. Even if it's, hot, cold, windy, whatever, it's just stepping into that.